Hey YouTube, what's up? Just as promised, it's me, the Mrs. H A Double, and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight what we're going to do is, for the first episode, we're going to cook potato salad, my special potato salad, and tacky sweet and sour chicken. So just come on, let's go. Just follow me along. I'm just going to cook. First of all, before we do anything, I'm a germophobic, so I always have to make sure I wash my hands over and over and over again. You will be surprised how much bacteria and dirt will be on your hands just throughout the day. So, even though I'm dealing with chicken, it's still important that my hands are clean. Alright, this is the chicken. What we're going to do is we're going to use wing sections. This is the drumsticks. You can buy the wing sections already cut up, or you can just buy a whole wing if you like and decide to cut them up. These are the cut ups, the wing and the drum section. The little elbow thing, I don't know what the name of it is. Sometimes that's inside of there. I usually throw that away because it's just a bunch of gristle and fat, and it just has no purpose whatsoever. I've had my chicken soaking in salt water for a little while. The reason being is because salt water is going to make the chicken so that it is moist. It's called osmosis. Okay, so I'm going to drain the water off. And it's really no need. I mean, you can rinse it if you like to. It really doesn't matter because the salt is not actually going into the chicken itself. The purpose of the salt was to help the chicken to become tender. I never use like meat tenderizer or which is MSG. In another episode, I'll tell you guys, or I'll show you guys what MSG or meat tenderizer actually does to your stomach, so you don't want to use it. Now, my family knows I always use a cooking board. But again, before we go anywhere else, once again, since I touched that chicken, I'm going to wash my hands because I need to pick up some seasonings and things like that. And I don't want the seasonings to have the chicken on the outside. The raw chicken on the outside, because you can get sick from that as well. So I have this is my cutting board. I always use it. Had it for quite some times now. Everybody knows that with my cutting board I have a vegetable side, which is this side, and then I have a raw meat side, which is this side. So my vegetables never ever ever touch this side. I'm going to bring my chicken over and we're going to season the chicken. I'm going to add some parsley. Parsley has no taste. It has no purpose other than making the chicken look good. Plain and simple. That's it. Just makes it look pretty. Okay. After the parsley, we're going to add some garlic salt. Just a little bit of garlic salt. Just for that pinch. Just a little tiny bit of garlic salt. Notice that I'm not adding any seasonings. I'm not going to add any pure salt because we really don't want that. Especially because we're going to be looking to get that pineapple sweetness. Going to add some paprika. Paprika really doesn't do anything for the flavor. The only thing the paprika is going to do is going to make it so that the chicken will have a nice golden color to it. But other than that, I mean, if you choose not to use the paprika, you don't necessarily have to. I use the paprika because I'm not going to be adding any flour or anything like that to brown the chicken. So we're going to mix this all up. Make sure everything is nicely coated. Still got a little bit of water in there, but that's okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to sit this to the side. Let that garlic kind of get into the chicken. Sit this to the side. Let it rest. Here we go again. Wash my hands. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing me wash my hands, but I'm really big germphobic. I just can't stress how important it is to wash your hands, especially when you're dealing with poultry and fish and things like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is while the chicken is sitting there, getting all that garlic flavor in, we're going to start the cooking oil for the chicken. Get this in here. You just want enough cooking oil where you can basically just put the chicken in, and it's not gonna be overpowering where it starts to turn like a soupy consistency. Okay, so while the oil is heating up, I have potatoes for the potato salad. I cut these earlier for you guys so that we wouldn't waste so much time. I'm just simply draining off the water. If you cut potatoes and you're not going to use them right away, it's important that you keep them in water so that they don't turn brown on you, and they will. This is boiling water, just a little bit of salt. We're going to add our potatoes in. Okay, and while we're waiting for our potatoes to cook, I diced them up in just little cubes. Make sure that all the cubes are just practically about the same size. If not, you'll have some that'll be overcooked and some that'll be undercooked. While the potatoes are cooking, we're waiting for the oil to heat up. We're going to put some things together, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, YouTube, so we're back. For the sake of time, as you can see, I've already started the chicken. So now what we're going to do is, now we're going to start with potato salad. For my potato salad, I'm going to add eggs, just a few cups of chopped eggs, whatever makes you happy. We have some diced red peppers and yellow peppers. We add those in. I have some celery. Diced onions. I don't do things by exact measurement. I do it as it comes to me. We're gonna add some relish, whatever brand you choose. It's up to you. A little bit of celery seeds. Some people don't add celery seeds. If they add celery, it's one or the other, but I like it. I like adding both, so that's what I do. Again, so that we have things look a little bit pretty, we're going to add some parsley. We add mustard. Just a little bit of mustard. The mustard is what makes the potato salad have that nice yellow look to it. You don't want too much though, because what will happen is the potato salad will be kind of have a bitter taste to it. Alright, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. Remember, when you're working with potatoes, the potatoes are going to absorb the salt. So everybody's probably saying, oh my God, that's not a pinch. That's more than a pinch of salt. Okay, so now we're going to add our mayo. And the reason why I did this first is because I want my potatoes to stay as lump as they possibly can, as much cube. You don't want to mash them up too much, and when you have to add the onions and eggs and celery and things like that, then you're going to end up mashing up your potatoes. So once we get this, give it a good stir. We're going to add the potatoes. Okay, pour those in there. Okay, got the potatoes in. I'm going to get a bigger spoon. And then we're just going to start to mix. You're going to fold from the bottom up. Just fold from the bottom up. Okay. Now that we got that all mixed up, the chicken is still there. It's still frying. Hopefully it'll be done by the time we're finished. Got the potato salad going here, jumping off. Okay, we're going to let this sit. What we're going to do with this potato salad is we're going to put it in the refrigerator. But before we put it in the refrigerator, I'm always for presentation. So I'll do an extra splash of parsley. We'll do a little bit of paprika. And then it goes into the refrigerator. Clean up the sides. And we're back. Now that we have the chicken ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the sauce. I have just a couple of cloves of fresh garlic. I don't use the garlic that's all blended in the store already pre-made. Just don't like it. I have tidbit pineapples, just maybe about, I think it's about a half a cup of pineapples. I'm going to add that in. We have some brown sugar. Going to add the brown sugar in, turn the fire up just a little bit so we can get it rolling. I'm going to add, once again, I'm going to add a little bit of hot peppers, just a bite, just a tiny bite of hot peppers. We have some chili sauce. We have some molasses. You can use maple syrup too. Maple syrup that you will put on your pancakes works just fine. You don't have to buy molasses. We have honey mixed with a little bit of molasses. Get that all in there. That's going to get nice and thick and gooey. And once it's all done, all nice and thick and gooey and brown, this is what's going to go on top of our chicken wings. Let this cook up a little bit. Okay, we're going to let this sit for a few minutes because we need to get the brown sugar so that everything kind of blends in together. Once it blends in together, we'll come back and then we're going to put it on the chicken wings. Doesn't take long. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. See you in a bit. Okay, now, while we let the sauce go ahead and reduce almost a half, just because you want it to get nice and sticky, I took some of the wingettes that I had already cooked and I put them down into the sauce. You can put them under the broiler if you want, or it really doesn't matter. As the end result, what you want to do is just ladle them onto a plate with your potato salad. And there you have it. There you have it. Potato salad and sweet and sour chicken. Until we see you next time, as Mr. H.A. Double would always say, I'm out.